Hey everybody, how's it going? Well, we're out here on a, what is it, Monday now? Yeah, I did a video last night, well yesterday, and then I uploaded it late last night, so you've been probably enjoying that today. But I'm doing a follow-up video on a few things. First, I do want to give a shout out to Ken with Lots of Trains because, well, he gave me a really nice shout out on Sunday, actually. And I have to say that Rayo 100 came out really nice, and I am honored and touched that you followed my advice and you tried that trick out. That works for me. I'm honored. I really am. And this is another point that I want to drive home. The Lantern community is a really good, tight-knit group, and I've never met such a volume of quality, decent people than I have in the Lantern community. And you guys are awesome. You guys are solid. You know, when you're talking about just the concentration of quality, decent folk, it's the Lantern community. It really is. So that is awesome, and I'm really happy to be a contributing member of the collectors groups. But yeah, Ken and I, we chat ever so often. We comment on each other's videos and we follow each other, so it's fun. He's got a nice collection. He's got some nice stuff, and so he has fun content. I love watching his videos. I always look forward to Saturday or Sunday morning. I get my coffee. I'm like, Ken's got a new video. I'll pop it on there, and it's fun. So thanks for the shout out, Ken. I appreciate it. So a good turn deserves another good turn. So shout out to you, buddy. Thanks again. And I hope you enjoy that lantern. It came out beautiful. That 100 it's a killer. It's a really nice one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see what you do with the old number 19 there, the wagon lantern that you got. Yeah, that's a nice one too. Anyways, wanted to talk about a few little simple things. One of my subscribers in my last video actually asked about how often do you replace a wick, or how fast do you go through wicks, or whatever. Well, that's a good question. It's something that I haven't really covered much, so I think I'll go into that just briefly. Introducing on the bench here, we have the Rayo number 21, which is the pony. That was a gift by subscriber number 100. And of course, the globe that was donated by another lantern collector and YouTube content provider as well. And I believe that was Josh. Yeah, Josh gave me that globe. And the hilo, city of Los Angeles County hilo that I got from Mark Stowers not too long ago, and that thing is just, I love that thing. It's so cool. It's a really neat lantern. It has the best patina, and it just has all the cool elements that I really look for. Anyways, it's been a favorite. I've been burning that most evenings. But let's see here. Okay, I wanted to talk about wicks. So, we got wicks. We got some wicks here. Calling all wicks. Yeah, all right, come on, rally the wicks. That's not a wick. Anyways, so we got some wicks here, right? Dirty old wicks. Best care for your wicks. Now, this is your standard 5/8 wick. It comes in any number one burner, single, number 0 size hot blast, or number 1 size lantern. So this thing wants to go out, and I'm trying to keep it not going out. So what you're going to do is, say you get char on them. Okay. Do I have one with char on it? Oh crud! I don't have a dirty old burned out wick. Anyway. Not that I can see right off the bat. Never around when I need it. Oh, actually, I think there's one right here. Yeah. So if your wick's starting to look like this, you're going to want to cut it. You're going to want to trim it straight across. And I say straight across is my favorite because you get a nice broad teacup style of flame, like on this hilo. You get that nice even teacup shape, And that's my favorite. And I feel that actually gives more light than saying doing the TP cut or whatever you want to call it, or the A-frame cut where it gets a little taller. That throws light too, but I think you get a better quality of light that way. That's been my experience, and that's my personal opinion. So take it for what it's worth. You do you, of course. But how often you replace a wick. Now that really depends on how often you burn the lantern. So if you're burning every night, you're going to want to check that wick by the end of the week, or even in the middle of the week. Depends on how many hours you're burning it. So it's up to you. Just check your wick and see how much char is on there. So I'd say after a couple of hours each night, say a couple nights, say 3 nights. We'll just throw it out there. Say 3 nights, and you're burning it for maybe 4 to 5 hours. Check your wick. Just look at the char on it, and you should see, a little bit of char. If you're burning correctly and you don't have any clogged air tubes or anything, and it's just causing, a bad burn, and you're burning clean, just like these two, then you should have a bit of a char on there. Which is fine. But then if your char is getting deeper and it's starting to flake off, which it will do. This is the thing. The top of your wick will start to flake off, little black carbon deposits onto the little air blocker with the little perforated things on your burner. So let me pull out a burner and illustrate that. So if you're getting, see this little thing here? This is designed to block air. Okay, this is an air block, and it's got little perforations to keep air from messing your flame up and making it flicker a lot. So there's a purpose for it. Some lanterns don't have it. I've seen burners that don't have that. But anyways, you'll get deposits falling onto this, and also down into this. So if you're getting like debris, carbon debris, collecting in here and on here, then it's definitely time to trim your wick. You want to also clean that. So have a wire brush, nice soft wire brush, brass or copper, whatever, and just scrub it. Get all that deposits off and clean it. Make sure your burner is clean as well. That's for, a periodically deep clean that you might want to do. But on a regular basis, every 2-3 days, if you're burning every night, then you check your wick and just nice straight cross cut. Just trim the majority of your char off, and then you should be fine. And then you'll check it later on. But depending on how often you burn, you might be more infrequent with that. But if you're burning every night and you like having a lantern burning, then yeah, definitely check it more often. And it's not hard. You just, lift the globe up and turn the wick up, and you're like, oh, it's okay. Or, shine a light in there to make sure you have plenty of light and you can see, it looks okay. Maybe I need to trim it. So you just lift the burner cone and then put it back, and then you're good to go. It's really easy. Also, check your wicks at least a month, every month. Just check your wicks, depending on how often you're burning. Just check them so you know that how much wick you have left. Because if you're getting less wick and it's like barely hanging down below the burner, you're not going to be wicking up any of the fuel. So you'll say, oh, I got fuel in this. Why isn't it burning? And you're like, oh, well, of course the wick is too short. It's not wicking it up. So that's kind of what we're dealing with wicks. You can get wicks for a variety of sources. If you need to bulk up on eBay, you can buy rolls of the size that you need. Just enter the size that you need, cotton wick, whatever, 5/8, 7/8, whatever, 3/8, I don't know. Decide what size you need, and then just Google it or enter it in eBay. You can buy rolls. You can also go to the Kirkman's, W.T. Kirkman website, and order a wick from Woody Kirkman and Madison there. Or you can get it from most prepper-related type of online general stores and prepper websites. But most of those places will mostly only have the 5/8 size, that fits in every standard junior size cold blast lantern that the Chinese make as well. So a lot of your foreign stuff is 5/8. There are some smaller burners that's probably 3/8, but definitely check the size of your burner and wick and just order accordingly. Now, let's see what else. So that's pretty much it with wicks and that. I burn a lantern most nights, and I always just check the wick after maybe 4 or 5 nights, and I'll just trim it. And then, you know, of course, replace it as needed. I haven't replaced any of my new wicks for a long time because I do have a rotation. I have a few things, so I do have a rotation of lanterns I like to enjoy most nights. So I hope that answers your questions. Thanks for asking. We'll be doing some other simple, you know, ID type of video soon. I've done some in the past, but it's always good to keep, you know, things fresh and kind of cover some of those things for the newer subscribers, which I appreciate your subscriptions. Thank you. Welcome aboard. Glad you found me, or maybe I posted something on the Tubular group and maybe you subscribe from there. Anyways, however you're here, thank you. Let's see here. We have an update on the Nail City. That's right. We have the old Crank Tubular, and I worked on it a little bit. So I just hit it up with a little WD-40, and I just kind of cleaned it. I didn't really do much to it with, you know, any real heavy abrasives. And see that? I'm fixing the leak. Yeah. So I put that over the holes, and I poured in the seal all. So that's now taking to it, and it should be ready in well, it's only 54 degrees today. I know that's kind of warm for most people in the East and the Midwest, but for California, that's actually kind of chilly. For a high of being 54, that's chilly. We haven't had this low of a temperature during the day a couple years now, but we are expecting rain later tonight into tomorrow, so that's much needed. I'm not going to complain. I never complain about rain. I know people that do, that live here, and they're like, oh, I can't stand the rain. I'm like, how can you not stand something that happens maybe twice a year? Are you that selfish? Really? Okay. Anyways, I digress, but I love the rain. I love a good hearty rain, and it doesn't depress me. It actually mellows me out. It's very therapeutic for me. So I put on some nice jazz and have a nice pipe and maybe some hot coffee or something like that, right? I mellow out with the rain. That's if I'm at home. If I'm at work, you know, I have to wait till later to enjoy it. But I love the rain. I don't mind driving in it. I just hate everybody else's driving habits in it. Anyways, yeah. But anyways, the Crank Tubular is awesome, and this thing is going to be just a really cool lantern. Now they're like, where? Hey, where's the burner? It's right here. I cleaned it up. Came out real nice. I'm going to probably hit a little bit of mother's polish on there just to make it shine a little bit, because I like the burners to have a little bit of a shine to them. But anyways, this thing has got its original patina. I really didn't take much of it off at all. I went over real lightly and just got some of the dirt out of the corners and just kind of spruced it up. So, yay! It's awesome. This thing is just so cool. I love this thing. Great lantern. I'm very, very thrilled to have it. And yeah. So she'll be burning soon. My next video, I hope, is Friday, and she should be burning. Yeah. So good times, good things. I'm excited. I'm really excited for the prospects of that burning. I will probably take it to work tomorrow. Sorry, get a little more light out here. I'll probably take it to work and blow it out with some air, compressed air, make sure the tubes are clear, put a fresh wick in, and it should be good to go. Yeah, should be good to go. Well, friends, we have some fun stuff. We've got our pony and our Los Angeles County high-low going, and soon the Nail City will be added to the roster of operational lanterns. All right, friends, thanks again for tuning in. Thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedules to watch a 15 to 20 minute video on tubular lanterns. It's fun stuff. All right, again, have a great week, and we'll see you guys again sooner than later. All right, bye-bye now.